Yeah.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back, is in session. Court is in session with our announcement docket. First person on the announcement docket is Annette Lee or Annette K. Ardoin. Mr. Lee, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Ms. Lee, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Fine, Judge.
State is represented by attorney Colby Hawkfire. Attorney Hawkfire, how are you doing?
Hey, George.
Mr. What is your announcement in Ms. Lee's case?
We're asking for a reset for a couple weeks we have an agreement for AP reduction.
Okay,
Correct.
how much time do y'all, you said a couple of
Couple
weeks? Give us a reset date. Let's see.
It'll be March 3rd.
March,
Kobe, it'll be Judge Burnett. Just-
March 3rd,
That's fine.
is that fine?
We'll have it done before that and I'll bring this.
Okay, Ms. Lee, your case will be reset to March 3rd,
March 6th.
March 6th of 2023. Your attorney is going to give you a copy of your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. All right, thank you. Next case is cause number 331-288. Case of South State of Texas versus Noel Anthony Fontaine. Mr. Fontaine, your full name is Noel Anthony Fontaine. How you doing, Mr. Fontaine? You doing good? That's good. Mr. Fontaine, you're represented here by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Fontaine's case?
We're asking for a regular reset, Judge, so the prosecutor and I can discuss a couple things that have come up. That's fine, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay, you have no objections?
No, Judge.
What is that reset?
April 10th.
April 10th. Mr. Fontaine, your case will be reset to April 10th. Your attorney is going to be given notice of your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And I thank Mr. Parker, this is your last case, is that correct?
Yeah.
You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
So, come next week, or come Tuesday.
Let's see. Okay, I see that. Next case is next two cases, cause number 329-724 and cause number 332-076. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Brett Tyler Markentel.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Markentel is appearing via Zoom. Markentel, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Markentel, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Tom Kelly. Attorney Kelly, how are you doing?
Doing great, Judge. Thank you. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement in Mr. Markentel's cases?
Judge, would the court give us a regular reset, please? We're starting over a little bit with new counsel for the government, and we just need some time to do that.
Give us a reset date.
April 10th.
Okay, these cases will be reset to April 10th of 2023. Mr. Markentel, your attorney, will be sent notice of your reset dates. Stay in contact with your attorney. Again, your case is reset till April 10th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Mr. Markentel, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too.
Okay, and Mr. Kelly, I think this is the only client that you have on docket today. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kelly, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
You as well, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is cause number 332754, case of style, State of Texas versus Terrence Call Man. Mr. Man, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Man? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Man. You're represented by your attorney, right, Kimler. Now, Attorney Kimler, this case is the second from the bottom of the 3-page trial docket. So comfortable, now, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
State?
State's ready, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Man, just stay in contact with your attorney. Well, what we're gonna do is reset your case. Your case is so far down, that's, you won't be getting to it. So, you'll, just stay on the, stand on the exit, get your reset from your attorney. You'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Paget? Okay. Next case is cause number 332782. Case of style of State of Texas versus John Derek Robbins. Mr. Robbins is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Robbins, you can take your mic off of mute. How are you doing, Mr. Robbins?
I'm good, Your Honor.
That's good. Now, Mr. Robbins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget, who is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Now, Mr. Paget, this case is on, now, what is your announcement on Mr. Robbins' case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
State?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Okay, now this case is the last case on the 3-page trial docket, so the court won't be reaching that case. And so this case is gonna be reset. Give us a reset date.
April 10th.
Okay, this case is gonna be reset to April 10th of 2023. Mr. Robbins, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset dates, April 10th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's see. Next case is cause number 330830. The case is style of State of Texas versus Ronald Wayne Kennedy Jr. We have Mr. Kennedy appearing via Zoom. Mr. Kennedy, how are you doing?
I'm all right, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And this case is on our pretrial conference docket. And you are also represented in this case by Attorney James Paget, who is also appearing via Zoom. Attorney Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Kennedy's case?
Your Honor, we had reset this case because I spoke to Mr. Shearer in December, and he was under the impression that there was a possession of marijuana case that was in the pipe that had not been accepted. So we were hoping that had been filed so we could work these two cases out together. I haven't heard anything about it, and so I'm not sure whether it's been accepted or hopefully it hasn't been.
Oh, wow. That was received almost a year ago.
You check on it.
Okay,
Well-
hold on, Mr. Paget, the prosecutor, Mr. Kobe Hallfire is checking on it. Just hold on a few minutes.
Not a problem, Your Honor. What was the case number that you called, Your Honor? Was it 330830?
Yeah,
Okay, that's the
330.
possession of a dangerous drug, correct?
yes.
Okay, so I was waiting on the marijuana case because we're only have one case here in front of me right now.
The marijuana case has not been filed so far. She looked in the, on the system. It shows that it was received by the district attorney's office. And so the district attorney, well, assistant district attorney is checking their files to see what's the status.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'll make the court aware that we are prepared. We are ready to go forward. My client, the big concern was he's now on felony probation and doing quite well. And we wanted to put these two cases to rest, but we didn't want to do one at a time. You can
Yeah.
understand. We wanted to handle them both
we have one
together.
that one hadn't been filed. I don't know if it's gonna be filed.
So I just wanted to make it clear, there's
Oh.
really no delay on our
No,
part. We're ready to move
no,
forward.
Same thing in regards to what Mr. Garrett found was.
No, what you said?
found the same thing that Mr. Segura found is received. I don't have anything further than the receive. I can check with our intake division, but at this time, I mean,
Okay, only thing it shows that it's received. But
That-
and that's been since February 22nd of 2022.
it's an old.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I'll check on it. That's all I have right now, Judge, but I'll check. I wasn't aware of it. Cool.
Okay.
Well, then, Your Honor, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to move forward this morning, if we could maybe get a regular reset just to determine whether the state intends to move forward on the possession of marijuana. If not, we certainly could move forward on the possession of a dangerous drug case.
Okay, give us a reset date.
March 20.
Okay, this case will be reset to March 20th of 2023. Mr. Kennedy, your attorney, and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
All right, you have a blessed day too.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Paget, your reset will be sent to you in this
Yes,
case.
Your Honor.
The next case is Geraldo Ruguina Garza.
Right. Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Garza is appearing via Zoom. Good morning, Mr. Garza.
Good morning, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Garza is represented in this case by attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, I see here you used to appear in person on next court date.
Yes, Your Honor, but there's been some new information. I didn't want to speak out of turn.
Oh,
I didn't think this case was going to work out, but I received some new information from my client. So if you would give us 30 days, this case will be a plea certain,
okay.
and it will be disposed of. I just received the information this morning, but I didn't want to speak out of turn.
Okay, give us a reset date, March 20th. Mr. Garza, this case will be reset to March 20th of 2023 at 9 a.m. And you need to be here in person on that date.
Absolutely.
Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date or your court date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Thanks for being patient with us. And you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. And Mr. Paget,
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see. Your reset will be sent to you. And I think I'm looking on all three of these dockets. I think this is your last case. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. It
Okay.
is.
All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
Workers in the office just called me sick.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to get his client in here. Askira Jones. And there was that Donnie Citizen. Those are Langston Adams cases.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's Askira Jones. This is a cause number 328-386. The case is filed, the state of Texas versus Askira Tatiana Jones. Askira Tatiana Jones. Okay, how you doing, Miss Jones? Miss Jones, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Now, this case is on the court's announcement docket. Hold on a minute. Let me get this here. Okay, everyone on Zoom, make sure your mics is on mute.
Huh.
The person has Samsung SM. Put your mic on mute. Okay, I'm gonna put your mic on mute for you. Okay, sir, I just put your mic on mute and you took it off of mute. Put your mic back on mute. Put your mic back on mute. This one with Samsung SM.
What's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna put it on mute for you. Okay, let's see, your next case is Donnie Ophi, citizen,
Yes, sir.
cause number 327164. Mr. Citizen, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Citizen? I'm doing fine. Mr. Citizen, you're represented in this case by Attorney Langston. Attorney Adams, what's your announcement in Mr. Citizen's case?
In the citizen case, we disposed of the felony already.
Oh, yeah, I had a okay.
He had a felony, and this case is a misdemeanor DWI. Or what I'm under the understanding that there's supposed to be another case coming out, so we want.
Hold on, let's check.
Another DWI.
Check on Mr. Donnie Ophi, citizen, to see if there's another case coming. It's cause number 327164.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're gonna wait. to
What
get that
is
one.
it? Is it the DA's has it or what?
no, the DA's don't even have it yet.
Oh,
It's just y'all been bought by, they haven't even received it.
okay. Okay. Okay, give us a reset date.
April 10th.
Okay, this is gonna be reset to April 10th to give the DA's office enough time. Well, to give us, your attorney, enough time to see whether or not the DA's office is gonna accept the case or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Citizen, you can stand on the 4X with your attorney, Mr. Adams, you can sign for Mr. Citizen's reset. Mr. Adams, you have to sign for his reset. Talton, get Talton Walker. Okay, this is cause number 325808. Case is South State of Texas versus Talton Joseph Walker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Walker?
All right.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Walker. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, what is your announcement?
Judge, I do have an offer on that case. If the state is willing to negotiate with me on that offer, I'll try to move it today. If not,
Okay.
I just said,
Okay, Mr. Walker, just have a seat. Your attorney needs to talk to the assistant district attorney about your case. Just have a seat, and then we're gonna put your case on hold.
Yes,
We'll call you up when your attorney is ready. Let's see.
I think Nathaniel Allen is one of mine, but I'm leaving.
Allen is not, I don't have him as being here. Could you call the name of Nathaniel Allen? He's holding up the rear. He's not. Okay, Nathaniel Deshaun Allen was scheduled to be in court in cause numbers 327852, cause number 327829, and cause number 331. 893, all three cases are style of state of Texas versus Nathaniel Deshaun Allen. He was scheduled to be in court this morning for 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m. The bailiff called the name of Nathaniel Allen at the courthouse door. Nathaniel Allen did not answer. Nathaniel Allen has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The bailiff again called his name at the courthouse door at or about 9:53 p.m. 9:53 a.m. on today's date. And Mr. Allen did not answer. Reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Allen an opportunity to appear in court. Mr. Allen has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
We have a motion to forfeit his bond in all three cases, Your Honor.
That those motions will be granted. Nathaniel Allen bonds will be forfeited in cause number 327-825, cause number 327-829, cause number 331-893, and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest in all three cases. Next case is the state of Texas versus Daniel Domina Rivera.
He's here.
Okay. Let's see if I see it. Mr. Rivera, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, Omina Rivera.
Domina Rivera. Okay. How you doing, Mr. Domina Rivera?
Okay.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. This is cause number 329-988. Case of style state of Texas versus Daniel Domina Rivera. And Mr. Rivera is represented by attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, let's see, this case is at the bottom of the docket. What is your announcement?
Ready.
State?
Ready. Yeah.
Okay, now, you could put him on standby. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to him. He's actually the bottom. Well, let's do this. We'll reset this case.
All right.
Okay, because he's at the bottom now. There's several cases ahead.
I sign.
Okay, sign for his reset. Mr. Rivera, Mr. Domina Rivera, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. They said, Wilkerson was sick.
I think I want more.
Yeah, I know. You have, is that Doc
He's here.
Nago? Ingo? Okay, Mr. Ingo? Lexi. Yeah. Next case is cause number 330746, case of style of state of Texas versus Doc. Is that Nagak Ingo?
There's one syllable, next one syllable, Duke Mo.
Huh?
Is Duke my first name?
Duck Go?
Yes,
Okay, the N is solid. Okay, how you doing, Mr. Go?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. Mr. Go, you're represented by your attorney Langston Adams, Attorney Adams. What is your announcement in this one?
We ready.
State?
Say true.
Yeah, and this one is below Domina Rivera, so that'll be reset as well.
All right.
Get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, Mr. Go, you'll be free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, you have a blessed day.
I think that's all of mine. Huh? Do I have any other?
Bobby Ruffin.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Where's that?
It's one of the trial.
Ruffin? Oh, yeah, Bobby Ruffin. Yeah, she's, where is, okay, this is cause number 325252, case of style state of Texas versus Bobby Lee Ruffin. How you doing, Ms. Ruffin? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Ruffin, you're represented by your attorney, Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Doing good, Judge.
And what's your announcement in this case?
Ready.
State?
Your Honor, state's ready.
Okay, so what we're gonna do on this, we're gonna put you on standby on this one.
That's good.
All right, so stay in contact with your attorney. Your case is on standby, which means that it is highly likely that it may be going to trial. Okay. All right, but your attorney is gonna let you know, particularly if it goes, we'll either start today at 1:30 or tomorrow at 1:30. All right? Okay, Mr. He has to submit, next thing you're gonna have to sign. Okay, you can stand over there, get your reset. Well, stand over there with your attorney. Yeah, we just won't reset it right now. She's on standby. Make sure you stay in contact with him, because if he might need to call you. Okay. Is Jennifer Narcisse? Did she answer?
Is there a bigger phone, Ken? In your jurisdiction?
Oh, okay, we have the lawyers on our Zoom. Okay. Jennifer Narcisse was scheduled to be in court this morning for the 9 o'clock trial docket at or about 9 a.m. Jennifer Narcisse name was called at the courthouse door by the court bailiff. Jennifer Narcisse did not answer. Jennifer Narcisse has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 10 a.m. on today's date of February 6th of 2023. State. And just for the record, the bailiff also called Ms. Narcisse's name again at about 9:59 a.m. on today's date. On today's date, Jennifer Narcisse did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Narcisse an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, you have a motion.
Yes, Your Honor, stay with the bond.
That motion will be granted. Jennifer Narcisse bond will be forfeited and warranty issued for the rest in cause number 326158. And Mr. Vasquez, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay. Okay. Oh, that person, that might be on Zoom. Next case is cause number 325296. Case is style of State of Texas versus Jorge Bo Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, you can take your mic off of mute. Mr. Gonzalez is represented in this case by his attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, you can take your mic off of mute.
I think I take it out already. Hello.
Okay. How you doing, Mr. Gonzalez?
Fine, fine.
And Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Gonzalez's case?
It's still a trial, Judge.
Okay, state that he's on the trial docket, below Ruffin. On page 1.
Okay. Oh, ready on.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, you're gonna have to be on standby, stay in contact with your attorney, Mr. Galmore. Mr. Galmore, we'll let you know whether or not we'll be able to get to you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, so at this time, Mr. Gonzalez, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Stay in contact with your attorney. And Mr. Gonzalez, well, Mr. Gonzalez, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney. And Mr. Galmore, let's see, I think you had another one.
I do have one more judge on the trial docket. Tyler Connor, and I believe he's there in person.
Okay, yeah. Where, okay, well, just hold on. The bailiff wanted to call Mr. Connor's name at the courthouse door. Oh, here's a number one setting, okay. That's their name. Okay, this is cause number 321-566. Case is Tyler, State of Texas versus Tyler Lindsay Connor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Connor, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Connor?
Good, Judge, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Connor, you're here represented by your attorney, Dustin Galmore, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Galmore, what's your announcement in Mr. Connor's case?
Ready, Judge.
Okay, state. Okay. Mr. Connor,
Yes, sir.
stay in contact with your attorney. You're gonna be on standby. And the court, let the attorney know whether or not his case will go. All right. So at this time, you go stay in contact with your attorney. All right, you'll have a blessed day. All right. Everybody. This is cause number 320275. Case is style of State of Texas versus Javier Rico Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez is here represented by his attorney, Attorney Jansen Bailey. Attorney Bailey, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor.
Mr. Bailey, what's your announcement, Mr. Rodriguez case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
State?
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna put you on, y'all on standby. And so, Mr.
Just, and I just want to make sure, just abundance of caution, there's no translator, we don't need a certified translator or
Well,
anything.
you know, I think we do, but to me, that's.
I mean, y'all just, you know, I should have filed a motion for that. Oh, you got a translator?
That's my
I mean-
concern, if we don't have it, and
I mean,
If I need to file a motion for one, then
I mean, unless you,
it's just gotta be in,
I don't go first. I don't go first.
what do you mean you don't go
I
first?
mean, if you want to request it, look,
I don't know, I
I'm not-
mean, so he just
I
mentioned
need-
something about a translator, I don't even,
needed, it has to be filed prior to today, just so we can get.
Oh,
it.
he's not gonna take the stand, but the video is done completely in Spanish. So the
Really?
interview with the officer is in Spanish. There might need to be an interpreter for that.
Of course,
okay.
so.
Well, this case is gonna have to get reset to get a translator. I mean, I wasn't even, nobody never mentioned
I
the
mean,
need of a
look,
translator
he's
until
new
just
on
now.
the case.
I'm not,
Oh, okay.
it hadn't been requested, but I'm asking. If it was one needed, and there is,
Well, he said it's in Spanish, the video.
sure, no, it is,
Somebody
I
gonna,
understand, but
even if, he doesn't need one, the court is
I'll
gonna
join
need
in
it.
the motion or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may
I
have to,
agree
the
with.
court, yeah,
We can't go forward with it.
actually, yeah. It's your evidence, your tape, so
That's fine, Judge. I didn't know if Mr. Coleman had done it prior to me or not.
is there
I
a
didn't-
motion for a
I don't see a
translator
record.
in the file?
There's not a record of it, Judge,
Oh,
so just want to make sure.
Y'all want to dismiss it, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I can do, yeah,
yeah, it's the state.
no problem.
Okay. Let's, give us a reset date. Make sure there's a note for translator.
Yes, and we'll join in a motion, but we need to get it,
April 24th.
Okay, it's April 24th, 2023, translator needed. Okay. Mr. Bailey, you can sign for your reset?
all you have.
Yeah, and, yeah, you can get your reset from your attorney. That's on the announcement docket.
Yes, sir.
This is cause number 333448. Case is filed, the state of Texas versus Sean Eric Butte. Mr. Butte, is that your full name, Sean Eric Butte?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Butte?
Good. How you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Butte, you're here representing, well, your attorney of record is attorney Bruce Smith. However, standing in for Mr. Smith is attorney Brennan Mitchell. Does Mr. Mitchell have your permission to stand in for Mr. Bruce Smith? Okay, now, Mr. Mitchell, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Judge. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Mitchell, what is your announcement in Mr. Butte's case?
We're requesting trial, Judge.
Give us a reset date for trial.
April 24th.
Okay, this case will be reset to April 24th of 2023. Mr. Butte, stay in contact. Mr. Brennan Mitchell is gonna sign for the reset. Once you get your reset from Mr. Mitchell here in court, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
We'll get that blood discovery motion and order sent over to you, Judge.
Okay, and stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. All right, so please stand over there and get your. Who is that? Shit, okay. Next case is cause number 320816. Case is style of state of Texas versus Shamika Shanette Parker. Ms. Parker is appearing via Zoom.
Yes,
Ms. Parker, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Parker, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing?
There wouldn't be anywhere else I would like to be except here, Judge.
Okay, now, Mr. Burbank,
Yes, sir.
what is your announcement in Ms. Parker's case?
The last time we were here, there is a question of whether or not the complaining witness, this is like the last 3 times, even wanted to prosecute. This is a criminal mischief case arising out of a relationship many, many years ago.
Okay,
And one of the district attorneys prior to this fine gentleman right here had information that he wasn't interested anymore, got on with his life, and he saw it, see you later type thing.
okay,
All right, so now we have a new prosecutor, which seems to be and
Be careful, Judge.
Mhm.
What he's about to say.
oh, no. What I'm saying is, he probably does not have any notes from the prior, and it wasn't even this gentleman here, Mr.
It's Mr. Johnson. It says Mr. Johnson's case is not my case, Your Honor, but I'm gonna look at the notes to see if there's
okay, so you're gonna look at notes, see if there was some type of
something left
agreement?
or, to corroborate counsel's
Okay,
account, I guess, Judge.
well, okay,
If that's okay.
okay.
Not that I'm-
We'll put this matter on, okay, you're gonna check the notes now?
I am, Judge. Unless the court wants to move on, we come back. That's not a problem.
Okay, I'll just put it on hold for right now, give you time to check the notes. Ms. Parker, just put your mic on mute. They checking on some notes. And then, when we call your case back, we're gonna ask you to take your mic off of mute. Okay.
Hey, Judge, I'm doing great. Thank you. I know what you're saying because you always say the same stuff. So
Yeah, okay, good. Good, because my mic wasn't
your
on.
mic was on mute.
And then
I don't have any
looked
way to tell you. So
at- Okay. Okay, how you doing, Mr. Gertz?
I'm doing great, Judge. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, Mr. Gertz, Ms. Hardchuck has 2 cases that's on the court's pretrial conference docket. What is your announcement in Ms. Hardchuck cases?
Yes, so it's a little bit convoluted because they're 2 unrelated cases, Judge. We still think probably that the DWI would be a trial, but we may be able to work out a deal with the other case. And so then it makes me think maybe we want to work out some kind of universal deal, but we don't have anything worked out on either of them at this point. So I'm not sure how you want us to deal with that. But I mean, before the new case came along, the DWI was going to be a trial. So
okay. But now you need some time to negotiate with the prosecutor.
yes, that makes sense, Judge. Maybe 60 days.
Okay, give us a reset. April 24th of 2023. Ms. Hardchuck, your case will be reset to April 24th of 2023.
Yes, sir.
Oh, your case is at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Your attorney and your bondsman will be given a notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're going to get your reset here in court. You're going to stand on the far X in front of our court coordinator. She's going to give you reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, this Mr. Gertz, is this the only case that you have, the only 2 cases?
I sure hope so, because it's all that's on my calendar.
Okay, well, you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
You have a
I'll
blessed
see you
day.
soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. This is cause number 323036, case in style of state of Texas versus Stephanie Coleman. Ms. Coleman, is that your full name? Now, Ms. Coleman, we see here that your attorney of record is attorney Stella Morrison.
Yes.
And it's my understanding that you talked to the bailiff.
Yes.
And you could tell us what you told the bailiff or what you was told.
Stella, I texted her first and then I called and they finally picked up and her sister answered the phone and her sister said that I told her that I was at court. I thought she was Stella and she said, no, this was her sister. So she told me that she was I told her I was in court and she said that Stella don't know how to text like that. And then she said that Stella no longer practice law. She said Stella said I I need to get with you and tell you that, and then you can set me for another attorney or something like that.
But it don't work like that.
Just-
But and then you wasn't talking to a lawyer anyway, you was just talking to somebody. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to,
I mean, Trina's call.
okay, our office is calling Miss Morrison's office right now.
Okay.
So just have a seat and when we find out some information, we're gonna call you back.
Give me time to see what we can do.
Okay, this is cause number 320-816, case is style State of Texas versus Shamika Shanette Parker. Ms. Parker is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Parker, and Mr. Hallpower, would you please announce to the court what you and Mr. Burbank has agreed to?
Judge, we think we've got a resolution of the case. Now, the state needs some time to check about the restitution amount, and that involves talking to a potential insurance company. But we think we've got a resolution. We just need one reset. But we can do that.
Is that correct, Mr.?
That's correct, Judge. It was my understanding that the defendant or the complainant did not want to have anything more to do with it, but I guess he reached out to the district attorney's office. So I need a number at least to relate to my client whether to accept or reject.
Okay, how much time you?
Just one.
Give us a standard reset on a Shamika Parker, second person on the trial docket.
Is it back on the trial docket?
You gonna keep it on trial docket or?
We can.
Yeah,
And she could,
April 24th.
okay, it's gonna be reset to April 24th. Give you an opportunity to check on the restitution amount
And
with the
Judge, the
insurance
state
company.
will have no objection to her reporting by Zoom. But
So she gonna appear by Zoom on that date.
we don't have any objection to that.
Now, if it goes to trial,
Next time.
She has to be here the next, yeah,
Understood.
okay,
I
all right.
just make sure the council knew we were bringing. it to
Okay.
Alice. She-
Okay, Ms. Parker, your case is reset till April 24, 2023. At 9 AM, you appear by Zoom on that date. Your attorney and the state has reached an agreement. The state has to look into this matter a little further regarding the restitution. You're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay. Next case is cause number 325-808, case of South State of Texas versus Talton Joseph Walker. Mr. Walker, would you please come forward? Mr. Walker, your full name is Talton Joseph Walker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Walker, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Mr. Walker, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Walker?
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Mr. Walker, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Mr. Adams, do you waive a record in Mr. Walker's case?
Yes, sir.
And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Lamar Johnson. Attorney Johnson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Walker, I have before me, let me see, I swore you in, is that correct? Now, Mr. Walker, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about November 22nd of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Walker, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to discharge, Mr. Walker, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
That's correct.
Okay, it's supposed to be Class A misdemeanor at the top. You can uncheck that box.
Oh, my bad.
Now, Mr. Walker, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And on this document, one box is checked. It's a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed a year. Fine not to exceed $4,000 of both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment for this case?
Yes.
On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials, JW, that are on the line next to a box. Just check no contingent, which means no contest. Would you place your initials on this document?
Yes, it did.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Ms. Walker, is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have that discovery. Okay. I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Mr. Walker, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line as titled Defendant? Now, Mr. Walker, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Adams, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me states exhibit number 1 and states exhibit number 2 in probable cause affidavit. State, you like to offer states 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor. State office station one. State.
Any objections?
No.
No objection, states exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you've advised and counseled Mr. Walker. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
Mr. Walker, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Walker, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's bill of no contest in this case, the state is recommending confinement in Jefferson County Jail for a period of 1 year, Your Honor. We're asking that the court suspend imposing the sentence at this time and instead place the defendant on probation or community supervision for a period of 1 year, Your Honor. Require the defendant to pay a $750 fine to complete 60 hours of community service. And we're also asking that the standard terms and conditions for probation include an interlock device and a drug and alcohol analysis.
Hey, Mr. Walker, the state is offering that you serve 365 days in the Jefferson County jail, which is a year. And however, you would not have to serve any time in Jefferson County jail in this case because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine, $750 plus court costs. The total fine and court costs is $1,157. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You will also be required to pay the Jefferson County DW Education an initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the police. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Your total monthly installments, that is, the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation is $180. Mr. Walker, will you be able to pay the $180?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You'll be required to install the DWI interlock device on any vehicle that you own and operate. You'll be required to attend and complete the DWI education class and have a drug and alcohol assessment. You'll also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Now, Mr. Walker, do you understand the state's offer? You have to speak up.
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Mr. Walker, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Walker, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney. I'll follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Court's back in session in call numbers 326-086 and calls number 332-828. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Shedrick R. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, would you please come forward? Mr. Mitchell, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Mitchell, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell, you may put your hand down. Mr. Mitchell, your full name is Shedrick R. Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Mitchell, how are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. Mr. Mitchell, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing?
Always blessed, Your Honor.
And Mr. Burbank, do you waive a record in Mr. Mitchell's cases? Mr. Mitchell, I have before me in calls number 332-828, a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about November 2nd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense while intoxicated. Mr. Mitchell, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Mitchell, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? Do you recognize this document? And Mr. Mitchell, on page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials, 2 sets of initials. One set is your attorney initials, TB, and the other set of initials is SM. Both initials are on a line next to a box that's checked. No, the continuous means no contest. The initials SM are these. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yeah.
And on the next document, Mr. Mitchell, the signature is different. I think he put his initials on this one. He needs a, on that one, it says signature. He needs to put his, he put his signature on the first one because his signature is on the second. Because he signed it the other way. Yeah, he could erase that and put his.
Okay.
He already signed that.
On that one?
Now, Mr. Mitchell, on page 2 of this document, misdemeanor plea admonishment states exhibit number 1 over the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Mitchell, there is a signature above the line. Well, the next document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yeah.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? And Mr. Mitchell also have before me a document that's titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Mitchell, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Oops. State, I have before me States Exhibit, excuse me, States Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and states no 2 proper cause affidavit. State, you like to offer states 1 and 2?
We'd offer state 1 and 2 at this time.
Any objections?
No objection to states 1 and 2.
No objection. States that exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Burbank, you've advised and counseled Mr. Mitchell. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell, your attorney, Mr. Burbank, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea waiver is freely voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for a plea of contest in this particular case, the state agrees to recommend 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail, probated for 1 year, $1,000 fine, for costs, probation fees, 80 hours community-based service, and DWI education and assessment standard for all DWI first cases, Your Honor, and any other terms and conditions deemed appropriate by probation. Also, in exchange for a plea on this particular case, the state's agreed to dismiss cause number 326086 as a part of the plea agreement, Your Honor.
Also, will run concurrently with the felonies judge is currently in probation for.
That's correct.
She's supposed to put that felony number on.
We put it on the tab.
You got a number, doesn't? Okay, thanks. Okay, let's see. Now that felony case that it is running concurrent with is cause number 20-34462. And the misdemeanor case, which is a companion case that's being dismissed, is cause number 326086. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. So, Mr. Mitchell, state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in Jefferson County Jail because the 90 days will be probated for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $422. You also, now the probation fee, even though they have a probation fee of $60 on this, because you're already on probation and it's in this county, you will not be paying 2 probation fees. You'll be paying the 1. So they'll probably, I would imagine this felony probation is longer than the misdemeanor. So you won't be paying this $60 probation fee in this case. Okay. Now the probation office will make that adjustment. You will also be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education class an initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now your total monthly installment is $205 minus the $60, which is like, it'll be $145. Will you be able to pay that a month?
Yes.
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI education class and have a drug and alcohol assessment. This case will run concurrent with felony cause number 20-34462, and the state will be dismissing the misdemeanor case cause number 326086, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, Mr. Mitchell, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Mitchell, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney and follow the directions of our clerk. Now, this thing finished. Okay.
That excuse, John.
Yes, you need a copy of that dismissal?
No,
Yeah, okay,
but he might. But
okay. Okay, let me do this here.
I can get it to him if he needs it.
Okay, I mean, it'll print off in just a few seconds. Once I get to it. Come on. Here it is.
Those for you.
You're supposed to. Okay, I signed it. We'll see. They're still finalizing. Let's see who we had. Let's see. This is theft on Jones.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Richard Biden, you can raise your right hand for me. Do swear you have never been convicted of giving a further adjudication for your convictions for a misdemeanor felony in this state or any other state, except for that. And that you have no other pending charges against you that you're aware of. Okay. Here's your paperwork. When you leave here, make sure that you go straight to the probation office. Okay? All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Next case is cause number 326-596. Case is style of state of Texas versus Gregory L. Jones. Mr. Jones, would you come forward? Mrs. Jones, would you raise your right hand? Mr. Jones, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jones? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Jones, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Curry Crenshaw. Attorney Crenshaw, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Now, state in this case is represented by Attorney Lamar Johnson. Attorney Johnson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Mr. Crenshaw, do you waive a record in Mr. Jones' case?
Yes, sure.
Mr. Jones, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about November 29 of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to class A misdemeanor offense of theft. Mr. Jones, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge Mr. Jones, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Mr. Jones, there's a set of initials above a line or on a line next to a box that says guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Jones, I also have have another document before me. This document is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Jones, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Jones, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me, State Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor, still states one.
Any objection? No objection. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Crenshaw, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Jones, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, your attorney, Mr. Crenshaw, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, any chance for the defendant to feel guilty in this case, the state is recommending that the defendant be assessed a $500 fine, Your Honor, and be required to pay a court cost.
Okay. Now, there was no restitution in there?
No, sir.
Okay.
The item.
Okay. Now, Mr. Jones, the state is offering that you that you pay pay a fine of $500 plus court costs. And the court costs in this case must be $287. And it comes to a total of fine and court costs of $787. Now, will you be able to pay the $787 today? And now,
His lawyer, Your Honor, giving him a temporary loan.
okay.
And
And,
regret that.
and Mr. Jones, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Jones, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney, gonna follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go to make that payment, and then once the payment is made, receipt will be given to the court coordinator, okay?
Yes, sir.
Please stand on the X, follow the directions of our.
I'll say it because she said she was gonna get a hold of my phone if something happened to me.
Did y'all, was y'all able to
Yes, sir.
talk and find out what was the agreement or
bench trial, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
bench? Okay, okay, that's fine. Just have y'all just have a seat. We'll call you up for the bench trial. Mr. Okay. What is that sound like? Oh. That was a soft silent. Yeah.
He's got a gun. I can't say anything.
He's one person behind the
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Well. Okay. Okay, this case is on our trial docket. These cases, rather, is on a trial docket. First case, well, we have two cases, cause number 325-322. Second case is cause number 325-324. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus William Roundtree. Mr. Roundtree, is that your full name?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Roundtree, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Thomas Mayo. And Mr. Mayo, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Mr. Roundtree, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. And Mr. Mayo, are you waiving a jury in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. We're waiving a jury trial.
Okay, and the state, you waiving as well?
So wait, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Roundtree, in cause number 325, 322. That's the first case that we have. Now, State, would you like to read the information in cause number 325322?
Yes, sir. In a matter of cause number 325322, the state of Texas versus William Roundtree. The information reads, in the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, William Roundtree, hereafter styled the defendant, heretofore on or about November 28, 2019, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to Gloria Zachary, hereafter styled the complainant, by punching complainant in the face against the peace and dignity of the state.
And signed by the Assistant Criminal District Attorney.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Roundtree, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Not guilty. State, would you like to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor, state waives opening statement.
And the defense waives an opening statement as well.
So waived, Your Honor.
Ms. State, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Gloria Zachary.
Gloria Zachary. Gloria Zachary. No response.
Okay. No response. State, do you have another witness?
No further witnesses, Your Honor, in the state rests.
Defense?
No witnesses, Your Honor, and we move for a directed verdict of not guilty.
Okay, that motion will be granted. State will grant instructed verdict in this case, Mr. Roundtree, in cause number 325322. You have been acquitted of these charges. You'll be given a copy of the judgment of acquittal. And before we do that, we'll move on to your next case. Your next case, Mr. Roundtree, is cause number 325324. Case of Style State of Texas versus William Roundtree. State, would you like to read the information in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. In the matter of cause number 325324, the state of Texas versus William Roundtree, the information reads, in the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, William Roundtree, hereafter styled the defendant, heretofore on or about November 28, 2019, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Barbara Jackson, hereafter styled the complaint about complaint in the head, and at the time of said assault, complainant was a person with whom defendant has had a dating relationship against the peace and dignity of the state, and signed by Assistant Criminal District Attorney.
Mr. Roundtree, to these charges, how do you plead guilty or not guilty? Okay. State, would you like to make an opening statement?
No, sir, Your Honor. The state waives its opening statement.
Defense?
No opening statement, Your Honor, waived.
And State, would you like to call your first witness?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Barbara Jackson.
Barbara Jackson. Barbara Jackson. No response.
And there's no response. State, you have another witness?
No, sir, Your Honor. The state has no further witnesses in the state rest.
Okay, defense?
On behalf of Mr. Roundtree, we'd like to move for an instructed verdict of not guilty.
Okay, and just for the record, the state, you'd like to make any statements? Well, that motion would be granted. Any statements regarding?
Yes, Your Honor. The state, as far as trying to secure the witnesses in both of these cases, the state reached out to the witnesses back in March and did not receive any type of call back. We left messages. We also sent victim letters out towards the middle to end of July, Your Honor. Still, we haven't heard anything back from either witness.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Roundtree, you will be acquitted in this case. you'll be given a copy of the judgment. Your attorney will be given your judgments. And once you get your judgments, you're free to go. And Mr. Roundtree, you have a blessed day. Mr. Mayo, you have a blessed day as well. And Mr. Johnson, you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you are. You're gonna get that right here, right here. The clerk is gonna give it to you. She's working on it right now.
Here.
Oh, let me find out from Gilthorpe. Okay, what's his client? Who is his client, brother?
Mr. Barlow?
Okay, Mr. Gilthorpe, the bailiff is saying that Woodrow Barlow was here, but he's not here now. Do you
I
know?
believe he's here in my lobby. Let me check.
Oh, okay. You can, okay. He's in his lobby. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, have a seat over here. He's here, Judge.
Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session and calls number 324-325. Case is style of State of Texas versus Woodrow Barlow Jr. Mr. Barlow is appearing via Zoom in his attorney's office. Mr. Barlow, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you, sir?
That's good. Now, Mr. Barlow, you're represented by your attorney Jared Gilthorpe. Mr. Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in Mr. Barlow's case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Barlow, let's state.
Face ready, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Gilthorpe, if this case goes, just be on standby. And the court will let you, someone from the office will let you know whether or not this case will be going, okay?
Will that be today we will know, or?
Yeah, you should know something today.
And jury selection is tomorrow at 1:30?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You have a blessed day.
You too, Judge. Bye-bye.
All right. Next.
We don't have it.
Okay, so we don't have no bond forfeitures.
Yeah.
This will conclude the calling of the state's trial docket, the announcement docket, and the pre-trial conference docket. All 3 dockets scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of February 6th of 2023. County Court at Law number 2. Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.